Hi there, it's Melanie here, and I'm going to do my very first Facebook Live here in the Amplifier Success Program. I just got off another interview that I do each month for the Women Speakers Association, and I thought, what a perfect time. I've already got my makeup done, already got the hair handled, so, I've been really excited about everybody who's getting into the Amplifier Success Program here. As you probably know, I'm getting ready to do a podcast. So I've been doing podcasts in the past, and so we're kicking off 2017 with a brand new podcast, but I'm doing it completely different. And in the process, we've been just kind of fine-tuning a lot of stuff, fixing a lot of things behind the scenes. Every December, I usually have a holiday sale of some kind. As a matter of fact, today, if you've been watching your emails, you probably saw that the brand new Profit Explosion Toolkit is on sale. It's a great sale, I might as well say. It's normally $77, it's $27 for a very limited time. And I've been excited about getting all that out. But oh my gosh, there's so many technical things that are falling apart and not working right. And it gets frustrating because I'm one of those people that it's really important to get things done right. So I'm not necessarily a perfectionist, but I like having things work right. So I had to kind of go through a little bit of a process these last couple weeks and really kind of move through this differently. Like, one of my big themes for this year has been to really embody grace in the midst of really big challenges, and to figure out how to tackle things that are stressful or frustrating or trigger me, or kind of would normally make me melt down in the past. I've been really working on how do I move through them more gracefully, and to become stronger instead of weaker when things are challenging or difficult. So I thought I'd share a little bit about what I've been learning for today's Amplifier, because each week I'm trying to share with you different things that I've learned. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years now, and there's a lot that I've learned about creating a successful business and becoming somebody who can take their business to the next level and really experience a lot more success and not implode or let it stress you out. Because we all know that business can be stressful, right? So I'd love to hear from you, like, what are some of the things that really stress you out, that challenge you, that frustrate you? I'm going to do a podcast episode on this in the new year, and so I'd love to hear from you what's up. And here's what I've learned that I'll share with you today. First of all, let me back up a little bit and say part of what triggered all this is before we went into Thanksgiving, we decided to move the very last of my websites, the old Success Connections website, to a new server company because we've had some problems with it. And we had no idea how difficult and complicated that was really going to be, because if we had, I would never have done it this way. And we thought, okay, everybody will be away for the holiday, nobody will be looking for their membership program stuff. They're not going to be trying to go through Money DNA or Build Your Dream Team when, everybody's on holiday. Well, this has been going on for almost 3 weeks now, and we have had a real hard time with some files that were corrupted. So one of the things about dealing with difficulty is really looking at, could you control it or not? And do you just have to let go? Because you can't always plan for everything. You can't figure everything out in advance. Sometimes you just have to be in something. It's going to get messy and chaotic, and then you just got to use your tools in your toolbox to move through it. So that's what I've been working with is, all right, so we are going live with Profit Explosion Toolkit today. The membership site doesn't work yet, so how do we make sure that our clients are taken care of and, not get it confusing because we're trying to send them to different places. So it's been a really interesting challenge, and thank God I have a team of people who are handling a lot of the technical back ends. So first of all, it's like you got to kind of change the story that you're making up about something when it's difficult. And, this is just one of probably 17 difficult things that I've been dealing with in the last few months. Many of them personal, because you may know that I've been dealing with an autoimmune disease and struggling with some of my health challenges, which are getting better, thank goodness. And I'll share a lot with you in the new year about what I've learned there, because a lot of us are dealing with similar things. But changing the story you're making up about something. So I have this story that I have to get it right. And if I don't get it right, something bad will happen. And so I've really been working with, okay, so things don't always have to be right. There is sometimes a lot of gold inside the messes. And going through messes makes you more resilient, they make you stronger, they help you become more adaptable and flexible, which is not something I grew up knowing how to do. So there can be a lot of gold. And so for me in this particular situation, letting go of it having to be perfect and knowing that this is really good information, there's really great tools, and we're going live on the 17th or on the 15th with the training, and that we've got 5 days to get it figured out before people are going to be like, where's my stuff, right? So it's okay. And as this kind of slightly morbid saying of, hey, no small children are dying, so I think we're okay here. Nobody's getting hurt. And then secondly is like, how do you get proactive with what's happening so that you don't have people affected? And one of the things that we realize is we may have people in other programs that can't get access to the tools. And so we're having to now come up with communication strategy. So you have to think about, okay, so what does this affect? And just having ways and a game plan of how to deal with something. And one of the things that helps me a lot when I'm going through challenges is mantras. I do kind of talk to myself a lot, but I have tools and resources to get stress out of my body, whether it's going for a walk or listening to something inspirational. I have some techniques that I use that I've learned called integrated breathing that kind of moves stress out of your body. So when you're stressed, you don't actually have a clear mind to make the best decisions. And if you're spinning and you're really freaked out about what's happening, it can actually really compromise your ability to make the right decisions. So I do that, and then I'll just work through a mantra like everything's okay. We'll get this figured out. No small children are getting hurt. It's not the end of the world, and people have really catastrophic mistakes all the time that they move through. So kind of having a way to talk to yourself and kind of take the edge off really helps, I think. And then the last thing is just get decisive. When you're dealing with challenges and things are not going well, one of the things that we tend to do is we procrastinate making a decision because we're paralyzed or we don't really know what the right decision is. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just make a decision and move on so that the energy of the situation isn't taking you out of doing the things you need to do. One of the reasons people aren't really amplifying their impact and income is they're stuck in problems and challenges and they can't give their attention to the things that they really want to move forward. So I invite you to look at something that you've been struggling with. Is there a challenge, a fear, a frustration, something that's broken, something that's not working right, and you're kind of spinning with it, or you've been stressed about it, or maybe you're avoiding it altogether and you're not doing anything about it, and that cost is getting too high? Just take a few minutes to figure out what you need to do and do it. Just make it happen. Make a decision. Come up with the action, get it done. Get yourself out of the stuck energy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Is there something that you're dealing with? You can share it in the comments below. I will be tackling it in the podcast in the new year. And if you just want to give me a little shout out, if this was helpful, did it give you some insight? Did you learn something that you could apply? I'll be bringing a lot more of these tools into the Amplify Your Success podcast in the new year. I'm really excited about that. It'll be audio, it won't be video this time, so it's a lot easier to do. But Merry Christmas, everybody, and I'll look forward to connecting with you even more in the new year. Bye for now.